Hello everyone, I have another episode of Clutch Class here. This will be the 5th one, and this has a good combination of skillful clutches and smart clutches. And at the very end, I actually also included a game battles clutch where I had a 3v1, nothing super spectacular, but some great snipes. And at that level of play, it's a lot harder to hit these types of situations. So nonetheless, we're kicking it off with an easy 3v1, and I'm not even going to explain it. It was just a fast one that I thought would be good for the introduction, and you'll see as I just pick off these two players, we're going to get right into the next one. So there's a 3v1. There's going to be a lot of harbor clutches on this, but I'm trying to mix it up. So here's the first one that I'm going to provide a commentary for. It's going to be a 1v4. This player is coming out of spawn late, and I see that my teammate is dying, and I know that I have to pick off this player. If he's smart, he's going to try to get away, and I think he did, but when you have these opportunities, you need to chase those down, because the last thing you want is somebody to run away after they've made you waste some ammo, and they'll just go and recruit help, and just putting it down to a 3v1 makes it a tad easier. I had a 1v1 there, and now I'm chasing this player who I basically caught with his pants down. A questionable decision to run away. Some people might criticize me for that, but basically I had to reload my shotgun, and I knew at this point that there was another player with a sniper. I knew this from the earlier part of the round, and I figured that if I meleeed him or meat shielded him, that sniper would have a chance to take off my head. So I actually left the down and decided to be able to fight another day, and it does pay off. I put my very last shotgun shot to perfect use and get a headshot on this player. And now I'm just putting some smoke screen here so I can pick up some shotgun ammo and maybe win this 1v1. Now this is a tough 1v1 because the player has a sniper and you don't want to be too aggressive. Even here I realized, and you'll see me try to back off, that I kind of overstepped my boundaries, and I almost got punished for that, but I did end up surviving, and now this player feels a little bit more confident and wants to try to beat me. But I noticed that he's getting a little too fancy with the sniper, and he also gave me high ground. So the bull talk being as powerful as it is, if you do a couple pop shots and land your hits like I did, you can actually pick off a player here. So big mistake on his part. It's definitely not worth it to challenge snipers often, but this was a small case where I think it was warranted. So here is another clutch. I think it's going to be a 1v4 or 1v5, although my teammates are alive for the time being. So yeah, I'll classify this as a 1v5. You can see that my teammates got picked off there, and I had gotten a kill earlier. A pretty tough situation, but not impossible when you have a power weapon like this, and you can see these guys are just running towards me. I am able to get one. If I was a little bit better with my shots, I would have been able to get two if I landed a headshot. And you're going to see some really sloppy gunfights here, and I just see that there's way too many, so I opt to just run out here. Most cases I would have been dead by now. These players didn't land their shots, and that gives me an opportunity, and I'm going to punish them for it. When you're getting chased hard, sometimes it's good to turn around when you have these small little areas you can fight in, and that's exactly what I do. Cut down distance and get off a couple of really nice shots to turn this into a 1v1. And this is a favorable 1v1 for me since I do have an M bar. But I also, if you notice here, this player puts on some amazing pistol shots. So always be wary of opponents who are good with the pistol, especially if they're aiming for the head. And truthfully, you're going to see this come down to a pretty sloppy 1v1. I have right-hand advantage, so I'm feeling pretty good. I'm hitting some shots, but now I'm just missing a lot. And it comes to the point where I just kind of slow it down, just wait for him to make a mistake and get a kill. But if I wasn't a little more careful there, that would have been a terrible way to finish the round. I probably would have died. So here's a pretty smart 1v3. I have the torque bow, and it's going to be kind of a hit and run clutch, which is why you're going to see some editing. I get a kill, and I'm just going to bounce because I know that they know where I am. When you have long drawn out clutches like this round was, you're going to want to keep a tab on the different weapons that you can collect. Even though there's two of these players, I have a torque bow and they have nothing right now, which gives me a little bit of leeway, and I'm able to get the instance. And I have the right idea here when it comes to trying to pick off these players, but I just don't execute properly. Now in the back of my head, I'm thinking, okay, Boomshot's probably going to be up soon. I should probably start rotating so I can fight for it, but I'm way too late in my thinking process there. And you can see one of the players is keeping me busy and the other one grabs it, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm probably screwed at this point. My best bet is to catch this player with his pants down. If he's stupid, he's going to run up here, and sure enough, he is. And I get off a torque bow, and I know he dropped a boom shot, so another huge mistake. I can't pick it off because this player is a little bit smarter and he's putting on some Lancer pressure, but I remember that I picked up instants earlier, so I'm going to just toss an instant by the window here where he is. That's going to keep him a little bit busy, and that's going to give me a small window of opportunity to pick up the boom shot, and he knows that he's in a pretty crappy situation now since it's a 1v1 and I have 2 shots. He's doing the correct move, which is, I think, to just run, hide, maybe find some high grounds with the boom shot, but I'm going to take my chances here with the long shot boom shot anyway, because that's about as good as it's going to get, and by some miracle I actually ended up hitting it, so I'll definitely take that one. Here is a pretty tough 1v4, I'm going to classify it as. So easy first kill with the drop shot. He was just in the winch. Is it winch? I think it's winch. Anyway, I missed my shotgun roll, and I'm on the run now. I'm against an M-bar and 3 players. I put the drop shot to waste, as you're going to see right here. A little bit too hasty. I should have slowed it down, but I knew that even if I missed, I had to take that player who was alone, and that puts me to a 1v2. I got a player on each side, but I do have a bull talk, so I'm waiting to catch somebody with their pants down, and this is the player right here. I did not expect to kill him like that. I just wanted to put on some shots, some damage, and I was going to chase him, but I ended up getting the headshot, and you don't complain with those types of kills, and he also dropped M-bar, so that puts me in a very good situation to close out this round. Fast forwarding a bit as I'm doing a little bit of hunting because I don't know where this player is. I see him here. I choose to be aggressive even though he has right hand, just going wide. You can see I keep going wide on him, and I got off some really good shots, knowing that if I didn't get good shots, I could have just backed out. Here's a funny little message: clutch Chris, but you're not clutch. This is my own teammate after I had lost, I don't know, a 1v4 or something, and in the same match, the next round, I'm in a 1v3 situation here. So you can see that I'm just kind of scouting, looking at which player I should pounce on, but my eyes deceived me and I ran in a direction where there was actually no player, and I was actually quite dazzled to say the least, and now I think that this is my best option, so I'm fighting here. Easy first kill, and I know that there's another guy there and he's going to let me work a bit with right hand. I have him on the run and he's weak. I try to finish him off because I know that if I let him get away, that this could turn into a 2v1 situation where both players are on top of me at the same time, and I just would not like that to happen. 1v1 situation. Thank you to my headset for letting me see that he was coming up behind me. Just going to play it super safe and backpedal here in Lancer since this player got a little bit too much distance from me after I had put some damage on him. So very easy way to close it out, and a reminder that you don't always have to resort to your shotgun in these types of situations. It's not necessarily the safest option. So here's going to be a 1v3 or 1v4. I think I downed this player. Luckily I have my teammate here to clean it up for me. Thank you so much. I was not able to get that kill. I had swapped my Nasher out for the drop shot so I could just pick it up and dip real quick, but I'm lucky to get a Nasher back. So the only thing I want to say about this clutch is you can just watch how I use the high grounds here to pick off these 2 kills. If you watch Star Wars, you know that if you have the high grounds, you're sure to cut off some hands and feet, and that's exactly what happens here. This truck is a great spot when you're trying to clutch. It's still very difficult and you put yourself in a corner, so to speak, but you can get off a couple shots before players close in on you, and that was just foolish for those players to go after me when I had the high grounds. So here's another clutch. I don't want this player getting drop shot. I know I have the instant. This seems like it'd be a really hard instant to hit, but it's honestly not, because all you got to do is aim for the weapon, knowing that they're going to pick it up, and they're going to be delayed when they pick it up. There's about a 1 or 2 second animation, and I took advantage of that through the instant, got off a nice kill, and now I don't have to worry about the drop shot for at least the time being. But it's still going to be a tad tricky since I do have to worry about an M-bar. The area you see where I'm in now, I particularly like it for clutches because it gives you a little bit of playroom, but since it's a 1v2, I'm a little bit more confident to break out and just kind of see if I can have these guys split up and take one out. So I go for this player, getting a little creative with my movement so I can close down distance, and I'm able to pick him off. Very dangerous shotgun rolling towards him, but I know that that's the type of gameplay you need to have in some of these situations to pull off these kills. This player is going to make a huge mistake, as you're going to see. He gets very, very cocky. So he has the power weapon. This is true. That's an advantage. But he puts it to such poor use here. He pushes me, or he doesn't even have it out. He pushes me on my right hand. And if you go watch my other videos, I've killed like 2 or 3 people in the exact same spot to close out a clutch. There's no reason you should be pushing right hand. advantage like that. So that's actually going to conclude it, and now I'm going to let you listen to the last clutch, which is a game battles clutch. So thanks for watching and take care.
Now you got me.
Don't worry, easy 2v or 3v, whatever.
That's my bad, dude. I should have played it a little more passive.
Damn, cool.
See? I told you.
Getting better, but nice
Oh
push.
my god.
A GB clutch?
I want to play Infuriate.
Enemy marked. Oh yeah.
At what cost?
At the cost of dying because I want to get this over with. Oh, that was pretty bad. That was stupid of me too. I should have done that.
Alright, you got this last shot. Headshot.
Well, you only got one left thing. Fuck.
Yeah, so you had a torque.
Let's see. Maybe.
Eyes on target.
8 seconds. 5.
Oh, that was so
That was a
funny.
whip.
GP clutch.